Are we live? Are we truly live, or is this an illusion to leave you with an impression of a live Twitch D&D show?
No, we are alive.
Which pill did you take?
The purple one.
Let me check.
He took the good pill.
The good one.
It's called the good one.
So hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream of Sharn. Maybe. Yes.
Clouds over.
Clouds over Sharn. Sorry.
Right over Sharn.
My mind got a little bit clouded, so I thought-
Cloudy. I've just known you too long at this point. It's contagious.
So welcome, Kurt. It's nice to
Clouds
have you.
over Tom.
Clouds over Tom. Yeah.
Tom's over clouds.
So,
Friendly reminder, in case any of you have forgotten, wait, let me get a feather. I need a feather to do this properly. Where did the feather go? I need a feather. Look at this is a feather. Then you guess what bird this is from?
An owl?
An ostrich.
An ostrich. There you go. Now, in case some of you did not know, this is you, Tom.
thank you. Thank you.
Tom, this is you.
The hand motion is almost identical to the picture.
Yeah, that was the best part.
It's a
His
great
reaction
likeness.
was to pose like the picture.
At least it wasn't this pose.
The one time
Well, I
I have
just
tried to dab, I hit myself in the face so hard I nearly broke my glasses.
Oh my
I don't
god.
dab.
Nice.
Oh.
That's
Which
such
is
a Jade thing to do.
Isn't it though? Isn't it though? It's like fucking how on brand. Try to do something cool and hurt myself in the process.
Oh.
Good try. Anyway, hi Kurt.
Hi, Kurt.
Oh, I'm not on Twitch. Okay. Hey, Kurt.
Kurt isn't here yet, so
Let us know
alright.
when he shows up.
Yeah.
yeah.
When he shows up, we can tell him there's an Easter egg earlier in the video.
Yeah. They're just always here for whenever he watches.
So, do we have anyone who can get us through what happened last time?
Who did do it? Well, who did do it last time? Was it Mulder
Oh,
/
yeah.
Mike? So it's Ryathandal's turn.
It should be
By
my
that
turn,
logic.
yes. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Honestly, I have the perfect idea of how a Ryafindel recap should go.
Is it
But I don't
incredibly
remember a
fast?
thing.
And just do it as you then.
That could work. Last time, clouds were Sharn.
That's.
I believe
Do you have another
his
one?
recap of last time will be falling asleep in his chair.
It's true, yeah.
I have the same cups at home like you do, the like glass ones.
You didn't even tell me you two live together.
No, we're just from Europe, so
You know how it goes.
Is he
Right.
gay or is he European?
That's how I'm able to tell when somebody's from America.
Yeah, we all have the same cups. You have this cup, right, Mike?
I actually do. I have it right here.
Anyway, I did start the sentence.
It's right.
I never went
over
anywhere
here.
with it, but we started. Last time, we escaped the burning wreckage of a factory. And then we saw a corridor. It had doors. We did not go in the corpse room, despite the fact that it was just a bathroom. We did not go there. Because So none of us had to take a leak, apparently. Despite the fact that it was obviously a great chance for role-playing experience.
They didn't have a cat box.
We did have a litter box, yeah, that's right. So, we explored some, we escaped some, we sewer some, surfaced some, there stole some, potions some, and we looked at some people some, and we talked to some people some, and Multeri put out some rumors some, and there was like stuff, and then I was falling asleep midstream, and now we're here.
I suppose relevant to going forward, we got the name of a guy called Freddie who used to work at the factory because we wanted to find out more about what went on there. We got told, I can't remember who, I think it might have been Rendar, found out that Freddie now works at a place called the Dirty Pint. And we have left the cogs heading up sort of the stair tower we found, having made a note of where it is so we can get back down if we need to. And we left off just outside, having discovered that there are people in, you know, not very much in red lit windows at this Dirty Pint place. So it's not just a pub.
I forgot about the red light. Yeah.
But I know what those pints have been made dirty with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but we know, like, the factory pretty much that we basically set on fire or helped set on fire. Yeah, a few people died, and yeah, we heard when we were in the sewers a vehicle driving away, but we don't know who it was.
Was ambulance.
It was obviously Lando Calrissian.
Oh yeah. We know Matilda got freaked out going down into the dark, and like Rendar had to carry her down there. But yeah.
I think I had to cover her mouth while we were going down because she wouldn't stop screaming.
Yeah, it was a very older sibling mode, like shh, 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 shh. We're going in the hole now, dear.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
There's no
So,
turning back.
No screams, only screams.
but yeah, that's where we left off.
Yes, and now you are all in front of the Dirty Pint. You see the two rooms that have these giant windows that you can see through, and in one you see a lady and a guy in the other one. Very sparsely clothed.
I walk in without even noticing.
Barrett, give me my coat. This is no place for you.
He kind of Barrett's looking at both of the rooms and kind of lowers his arms with the coat so that he covers his lower half, and then looks at you as you ask him to give you the coat. Mm-hmm.
My coat, Barrett.
Okay, sir. And he very slowly and timidly hands it over to you, and then folds his hands down.
I cast disguise self on myself, mostly to disguise the wings and to make my hair just sort of normal black. And I take off my coat and I give that to Barrett to hold.
He's very happy to take your coat. Rendar, as you walk in, you suddenly your nose is hit with this sweet scent that it's not just that, it's some kind of candles or whatever they have in here, but immediately right after that you can smell alcohol and you can smell sweat, and inside it's all dimly lit by these red orbs floating near the
Ceiling.
Thank you. And you can see it's kind of a huge place, and it goes up into a second floor that you can't see into. And the whole wall in front of you and towards the right is just filled with lounges that are covered with drapes that are semi-see-through. And on the left side, right next to the staircase going up, is the bar. And in here, there's a ton of people. It's full. And just moving through means you will be bumping into other people. And there are waitresses and wow, walking around with drinks. There are sex workers walking amongst the people, and then there are the regular people sitting at tables, standing up, and at the bar. It's very full, and if you were a little bit claustrophobic, you would have a hard time staying in here.
Good thing I'm not. So I'm just gonna start pushing through to the bar.
And as you're
I'm gonna walk between his legs.
okay,
Well,
it's
he's
getting
making a line.
interesting.
I'm gonna try and stay as close as possible.
And it's not difficult for you being a giant half orc and having armor on you.
I don't wear armor. I dress like this.
Oh yeah, true.
He's just that big. It's like he's wearing
You're
armor.
A
You're
giant
so-
half orc in a Brooks Brothers suit.
You're so big and intimidating that you don't bump into as many people as you would have. They kind of part in front of you.
Okay, yeah.
And you make your way towards the bar, and there's this older guy with dark skin and gray hair working there behind the bar with regular clothes, probably some that he was given because of his job. And he walks over to you, polishing a glass, and asks you, what are you having?
Let's see. How many of us are there?
5 plus a cat. If you 5 plus a cat, if you're including Barrett.
Okay.
Is Barrett
yeah,
staying outside?
I don't.
You
I
are
don't
muted,
hear that,
Mike.
though.
Barrett's coming with me.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So
Oh.
I will order 6 shots of whiskey and 6 ales.
His eyes kind of go wide and okay, sure, that can be done. And he goes away from you, preparing the drinks, and in no time, it's all there in front of you.
What's the cost?
That would be, fuck. We have the silvers. Let's say
I'll cover it.
sure.
Well, I just need to know.
It's like
He has to write it off. It's tax deductible.
Right, because he's part of the Adventurers Guild. That makes sense.
Yeah, drinks for
in
clients.
here in Eberron, it's silver is basically gold. So this would be like 1 silver per beer and like 2 silver per whiskey. Not the
Expensive.
not the
Traditional D&D silver.
yeah
So
So
18
whatever's
silver.
under it.
So,
yeah.
so 2 silver sovereign would cover it.
Yeah, I'll plop down 4 and just go. I'm also looking for a man named Freddy. Used to work at a factory.
Oh, that would be me.
All right.
What?
Well-
Why are you looking for me?
Well, we were just down there and the factory burned down. So,
Which factory?
did we ever find out what it was?
Nope.
No. I'll tell him where. I'll describe
yeah.
the general location.
He's like,
yeah.
oh, huh.
So
Interesting.
I work for some people that might be interested in learning out a little bit of what went down there to see if there was any kind of safety violations or anything.
Well, Sure.
So,
Do I need to sign anything?
no, we
Okay.
won't be using testimony or anything. Just
Uh,
needing a.
As you are talking to him, you look over to the side, and there on the bar is a newspaper. And as you look at it, suddenly the words and the pictures on it and everything changes from yesterday's news into today's news. And you can see there accident in a factory in the lava pools. Then you see flying vessel crashed in the upper wards, and then you see something about a robbery and stuff like that. It's very usual. These things happen here in Sharn. So
Okay. I'm just gonna. I see you're busy now, so we'll just grab a table, and whenever you have a chance, if you'll come sit with us and talk to us.
sure thing, I'll be there in a bit.
I'll grab the paper and say, "Is this like someone's, or is this like the bars?"
It's bars. It's bars. You can take it.
Is it all right if I
Just-
take this?
Just make sure to bring it back, okay? Thank you.
All right.
So
And then,
you
yeah,
all go and take a table.
Mm.
Yep.
You get a table, sit down. There are people bumping into your bags as you sit there, and the workers of the place kind of giving you all an eye and like trying to
Does-
smile at you as you look back at them and stuff like that.
Do they have
Are-
booster seats?
They do not. No.
What? It's not a child-friendly location.
Not here.
What kind
no.
of brothel is this?
Just sit on the table.
Are any of them
Highly uncivilized.
given eyes to Barrett?
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
I'll kind of nudge him and be like, "You should go have a good time," and point one of them out.
He takes the beer and just stares into it and like drinks sips of it. He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Why not?
Barrett, go take the coin and have yourself a good time.
But I don't wanna.
If he doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do.
Absolutely. That's why I left it up to him what he considers a good time.
I'll take this. He takes the coin and walks away and disappears in the crowd.
Good.
Did he leave my coat or did he take it with him?
He take it with him.
Of course. Good to know.
Please
I
gotta
know
have
he's
some-
good at. I know he's good at looking after coats, so it'll be fine.
He has experience.
Yeah, it's on his resume.
You inside it's not just the sound of the crowd of the people. You can hear some music, and as you look around you don't see where it's coming from. It's kind of just coming out of the walls or something.
Is it live sounding or is it like some kind of device playing music?
It's some kind of a device, sounds like
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I'm just going to remind you that I have a passive perception of 28. Do I see anything interesting?
Ryan Thandel, you see these box-like things up in the corners and all around the place that it's probably coming out of there.
It's got surround sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
JB 5.1.
Mm-hmm. And as you
Yeah, I
are,
read about
Only
him in
fifth
Xanathar's guide.
and as you are looking around, Ryan Thandel, you can see this girl looking your way. she kind of like looks at you and then quickly looks away, and then after a couple of seconds just starts looking at you again, and then her gaze goes away again. She looks half elven, and she has the long dark black hair, and she's wearing some tight leather clothes and dark cloak on her back. She doesn't look quite out of the place, but you notice that she doesn't have a drink in front of her, and that she doesn't have any of the workers from here near her, kinda.
I silently let the rest of the party know to keep an eye out, just in case.
Make a stealth check.
Me? Stealth
Yeah.
check. Oh my, why would I ever do that? That's a 20.
Wow. Okay. Sure. You
Not the
do
next
it
one.
quietly, and you feel like no one noticed that.
I hope the people I tried to contact noticed.
You all now know of this person.
And about
Do any of us recognize her?
how far away is she from us?
She's like 3 or 4 tables away.
The next time I notice her glancing, I'm going to wink at her.
As you do that, you notice she blushes and turns her back to you.
Do any of us see that, or is that just what Ryan sees?
Well, you were probably looking that way, so you see her do that. You don't know why it happened, because Ryan has his back towards you as he does that.
Looks like you got a fan, Ryan.
Well, I am a well-known man.
You are?
Of course. I'm an
Okay.
inquisitive.
You keep saying that like it should mean something to me.
It should. Why else would you hire an inquisitive?
Look, I heard you were good. I didn't know that you were some big shot.
Fair enough.
Either way, she's checking you out for a reason. Maybe you should talk to her.
Maybe. Fine. Right. I'll go and say hi.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation on Ryan and make it so that all of his words come out as screaming.
Is that something prestidigitation can do?
Huh? That is something that it can do. You can create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, faint musical notes, and odd odor. I can make noises.
Hi!
Oh god. Dude, do
I'm
that
so with
immediately or when you get to her.
Jesus.
I mean, I would sit down, I would like gesture to spark him to get some drinks, and then go, hi!
She.
I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start reading the newspaper while this shit is going on. Like, spread it out so Rendar and Matilda can look at it as well.
I'm going to hop up on Blue's shoulder so I can get a better look at what's going on in this train wreck with
Hey.
Ryan.
I will not be a part of this. Get on Rendar's shoulder. He's taller than me anyway.
Yes, but you
So
smell
we'll
better.
I don't care. And I pick you up and I put you on Rendar instead.
Do I notice that I'm screaming? Does it sound like I'm screaming?
You
Oh,
have
please
to
say it.
notice.
You would
No,
have to
no.
notice.
It totally sounds like you're screaming. It's just it's not hurting you.
She looks up at you, and her eyes immediately go wide, and she just sits there looking at you and. Hi.
I did ask to come here often.
Sorry.
This is very good. Oh, my face hurts.
Do you want anything?
It lasts for an hour.
I'm sorry, sir. What were you saying? I mean, screaming. Oh.
Something is very wrong! I don't know what's going on!
I'm going to walk away now. She stands up and walks away.
I didn't say because something was very wrong.
You get it back.
Well, whatever she said, and I won't know a single word of it.
How did it go?
Well, could have gone worse.
Flicking through the newspaper.
You go through the newspaper and you see the news about the factory burning down, and that there it was probably an accident, that one of the elementals went crazy or whatever else. They lost control of it and killed the guy that was controlling the others, and then it just went to shit. Then you see the news about the robbery. It's nothing new. It's just another group of bandits trying to make some money. And then you see news about the vessel that crashed, and apparently it just suddenly stopped working, the flying on it, and it just crashed into a tower.
Well, there.
Yeah.
If you're done fucking with Ryan, do you know what might, the flying vehicles? Do you know
Yes.
what might make one stop working? Would dispel magic do that, or would it take more than that?
Well, I've never constructed one myself, but if I was to guess, I would say the spell magic probably would be exactly what you would need.
Wait a second, that the fact that they can do that here, that's something to do with us being like near the plane of air, right? It's all
David.
part and parcel
Not
of
my
the
fault.
same thing.
I didn't do anything. Here, I'll just...
No, it's okay. Oh,
But you did it so good.
my Mike, can you move your camera down a little bit? It's just half of your face in the frame.
Is
Well,
that better?
Now it's just the top of your head. So yeah, it's amazing. Oh my god, I'm going to kill someone.
You might just take me off of being on there. I'll exit out.
No. Stay. Don't go anywhere.
It's
the most beautiful smile. Oh,
Just put me on there twice.
okay. I think it's gonna keep doing this. Is the only thing.
What?
Anyway, like, the whole thing that we've been looking into has been, like, all the books that we found, it's all been about plane of air stuff, right? Like, all the wizards that's gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
What if this is somebody trying something out?
Like what?
Well, it's like we were saying. What if somebody wanted to bring down the big floating part of the city? When you want to start with something smaller? Make sure you could make it work.
I suppose that does have some merit. But they'd have to know that doing such a thing would raise a lot of alarm.
Some people don't care.
Usually the people that don't care about their plans being stopped don't have plans strong enough in the first place. Or they're the kind that can't be touched.
Well, sort of where we kicked off, wasn't it? Sort of what we're trying to do. Take down somebody who thinks they can't be touched. Or have you all forgotten? Between all the fun of setting places on fire.
Oh yes, I do love setting places on fire.
I've noticed, yeah.
So have I!
Can you
Already.
do something about that, Mulder?
I can.
Will you?
I will not.
Figures.
Thank you, little pussycat!
Everything. You know what?
Yes.
You're waiting. No, you're waiting to talk to that Freddy guy, right? You don't need me for that. Do you? Rendar, do you need me to stay while you talk to this guy?
If there's anything you think you could add, but if you don't think you need to stay.
I'll be in the building. Don't worry, I'm not going to go far. I'm going to try to do some information digging on my own. Don't leave without me.
Mulder,
Yes.
would a flying car have a bound elemental as a power source?
I suppose it's possible, but usually an elemental that would be large enough to move a vehicle, it wouldn't fit inside such a small vehicle. At least
Well,
that's my experience.
Just wondering.
You know that it would take a bit more than just simple dispel magic to bring these vehicles down.
It's hard to say exactly what could be the cause. But whatever it is, it's definitely something big.
I just wonder if whatever caused the elementals to roam free at the factory is the same that caused the crash.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll chug the rest of my ale and order another round.
Okay. Do you go over to the table or to the bar, or do you just...
Yeah, I go up to the bar.
You go up to the bar and you see Freddy there. He gives you an ale and then tells you, well, whatever you need, I can't leave the bar, so you can just ask me anything here.
All right. So, why did you leave?
I didn't feel safe in there. It was It was a good job, well paid, but there were certain things that didn't smell right, and I didn't feel safe, and if I died because of that job, that's just, I couldn't do that to Mikhail.
So, I mean, it seems like you're probably spot on if you didn't think it was safe, considering this kind of accident. So,
Yeah.
did anything stand out that made you think it was unsafe?
Well, it's pretty hard to remember. It's been a year since I've last been in there, but the factory was or is, I don't know, run by this person. They called her Miss Holly. I never saw her in there. It's just the higher ups would talk about her quite a bit. I could just overhear them in the toilet and in the cafeteria and stuff. And there were, well, and he kind of gets closer to you and does this for you to get closer to. So as you get over, he lowers his voice and says, there were some kind of secret shipments in and out of the place. It had this, I saw them once. They wanted me to unload the stuff and shut up about it. But I saw this sigil that was burned into the crates. It looked like a hawk carrying a coffin. I never seen anything like that before, and it was weird. They were taking it into the underground area of the factory, and yeah, and
how big were the crates?
they varied from small ones to big ones, as like 2 meters long and like half a meter tall. They were heavy as fuck. Can remember. We needed 6 guys to just move one of the regular ones. And the and the factory was run by the factory was run by mages, which is very unusual. It's they used to have these meetings that would take half a day for no reason. I used to work in a couple of factories before that. This was different, very different.
What did the factory make?
Weapons, mostly. Some tools for miners and other kinds of tools. Nothing special, but there was this underground level that we weren't supposed to go to. Don't know. Maybe they were working on new kinds of weapons there. I'm not sure.
Is that where you bought the crates?
Yeah, in the cargo hold, the cargo area,
Okay.
there used to be this elevator, and we loaded the things on that and just went down there.
Okay. So, you said the crates were heavy. Did they instruct you, make sure not to drop them? Did you see any straw or anything like that that would have cushioned sensitive materials?
I didn't look inside.
Okay. But none was around the shipment. None had leaked out. Were the crates wooden?
No, they were wooden. Yes.
Okay, and none leaked out. Okay, so probably not then.
And there was this guy we used to see walk the factory. He was huge, and we tried to stay away from him. There was this aura around him that we just didn't want to stay in his way. He is big guy with grayish skin and wearing these fine clothes, and he stand out, and yeah.
Fine clothes. Okay. Human?
Didn't seem like it. Humanoid for sure. Gray
Not
skin,
half-orc?
giant build. No, I didn't see any tusks.
Any facial hair?
Not that I remember. Shaved head.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Downside of using my phone.
Sure.
All right. Okay, so no facial hair that I could remember, and just big. How tall? 6, 7 feet tall.
Fucking huge. Like I don't remember. He was big. Like if a guy was standing next to him, he would be like twice as tall.
So yeah, I'll stand up full height. Being about 6'5", just kind of.
Something like that. Maybe a bit higher. Yeah.
Okay.
You said
Really?
grey skin, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm not there, but in case David missed the detail.
I don't believe I got it. Yeah. Gray skin, giant build. Okay. All right. So when I first got into Sharn, I was staying at like a Heroes Guild or something like that, right? I'll say, I'll leave them a few extra sovereign, and just kind of go. If you think of anything else, you can leave word for me at Heroes Guild.
Sure thing.
I think
And
Matilda, as she's not here, but we're sort of also Matilda. We are all Matilda.
We are all Matilda here.
We are all Matilda right now. I think she'd ask one if this guy had seen a year ago. That wouldn't have worked. But asks about the gnome, like Professor Blinkford, just to see if Freddy had seen him wandering around.
I don't know. I don't know that name. Sorry.
Never saw a gnome.
Nope.
Fine. That was all I could think of that she might have asked.
Well, now out of character, we've heard a description of Blue's boss that we know we don't like. I'll describe him and see if you've seen that guy.
You pretty much said what I just said.
Oh wait, he's the big guy with gray skin? Oh, I seem to have forgotten that. Okay.
So did I. I was like, big.
Well, then I don't describe that. I instead, that is significant to me, and I will go tell Jake. I will go tell Blue.
Yeah, I'm not on the floor of the.
You don't seem to
right
find Blue.
Okay.
Well, Blue,
Yes.
you left the table.
Mm-hmm. I wish to find a nice, I say young man, probably like
A strapping
That-
lad.
no, more like somebody like a guy that's maybe in his 30s ish, sort of well built, not built like me, basically.
Like a
Look, I'm
Big guy.
looking for a bear or a hunk. Okay, because let's be clear, Blue is the twinkiest of twinks. In case people had somehow missed that detail.
You, as you're looking around at one of the tables, you see this huge as fuck dude with red skin and a tail flopping behind him, and these giant horns going off of his head. You know that he's a tiefling, but his parents may have been Goliaths.
Yep, nope,
It's
someone
it's
smaller.
scary, kind of.
Yep, nope, no thank
Really
you.
scary.
Bit too similar to somebody else. No thank you. Okay, bye.
Well, the next guy you see is the half-orc that kind of was taunting you through the windows before. He's leaning against a pillar. You can see him standing there in just like pants and his beautiful chest out, fluffy, beautiful chest.
English definition of pants or American definition of pants?
Like
Trousers or
shorts, like shorts. Okay.
okay.
Tight shorts, so it shows.
I'm
his
familiar with how shorts
package.
work. I'm familiar with how clothes work.
I've seen
Well, no,
a
that's my point.
GQ thread.
Yeah. Cool. He sounds marvelous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you walk over to him, you can see his tusks, and he just smiles.
Hashtag Tusk Love.
Hashtag Tuskler.
Hello there.
Yeah. Couple of hours, maybe a bath.
Sounds like fun to me.
Perfect. Either
Come.
way.
He takes your hand and puts it like this over his shoulder, and
I am so short though.
so you're basically up against his back with the head like this.
Fun times.
Amazing. And you walk
dig it.
up, and you want to RP that, like,
Oh, I
a
don't need to
par.
RP the.
okay, fade to
No,
black.
Yeah.
No, we got plenty of time. Just go ahead.
I am not going to RP the full encounter.
Roll for
Thank you.
Constitution.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
It takes a couple
good-
of hours.
Nice.
Just to be clear, at this point, Ryafindel will stop following Blue.
Okay.
Gross.
Once they get on the stairs, Rythander is like, "Oh, okay," and walks away.
But
Except he would yell it.
Okay.
okay. But yeah, after like having a bath and like doing what you pay sex workers to do, Um, oh, I want to talk to him though and see like what he
Well,
might have heard.
You two
Like, get
are
some gossip.
laying in the bed next to each other. He's just sitting there. Hi.
We all got distracted by the cute small fuss. Very good.
He was just done cleaning himself and is there next to you, kind of hugging you with one arm.
Sure. So listen, I know you probably get a lot of people through here. I hate to ask, and I'll cover you for it. But what have you been hearing on the grapevine about what's been going on? I don't mean the stuff they report in the papers. I mean more like our kind of people.
Your kind of people. Well, it's kind of crazy out there now. Something's going on. It's
something like what?
Turning tides. The storm is coming. The usual shit is here from people. But yeah,
sure.
Organizations are moving. People are leaving their usual spots. Jobs are going sideways. A lot more than they used to.
Right.
It's basically war zone out there.
Sure. Gonna sound a bit weird, I know, but you familiar with the Burning Cat or anyone from there?
It's well, I know this Mulder person.
Yeah, no.
It's.
I was gonna say I have my pack. I'll pull out one of the coins that we took from the mercenaries.
He takes it, looks at it. It's kind of a VIP club. People go there to have a drink and stuff. I've never seen this.
No?
No. But a lot of mercenaries go there. And he flicks it back to you.
Catch it and put it away. Did you, don't suppose you heard what happened at the palace, did you?
That it burned down? Everyone heard. Yes.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Any kind of fallout from that? Do they know who did it?
They saw some people get in and out. That's about it. No details. You don't really get those details out on the street.
Nah, fair. I just know how gossip is. That's fine.
I've heard that some competitors didn't quite like what was happening in there, so they burned it down.
Well, fair. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
If anyone asks, can you because I'm aware the disguised self will have worn off, so he would have seen like the wings and everything by this point. Just like, if anyone asks, can you say you've not seen anyone that looks like me? I appreciate you probably don't see too many people that do, but
well, if you don't care going for another round, then I haven't seen anything.
Didn't think it normally went that way around, but sure. Or I was gonna offer you gold, but
I get a lot of gold.
I
Blue
bet
is that
you
good.
do.
Blue is very good.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
That's
Sure.
what you get for a natural 20.
Cool.
Yes, yes.
What was that half orc's name, Tom? Just so I can have it in my notes. Because I don't want to be that person. What was the name of that guy I had sex with? I can't remember. I'd like to know.
He calls himself Lancelot.
Beautiful.
Is that because he lances a lot?
If you know what I mean.
Oh. Wow. Sure. That's why. Yes.
If you were not intending it as an euphemism, it is an euphemism now.
Yeah. So, after my allotted amount of time, probably that
before
overran. Sure.
Anyone else wants to do anything? As you are in here.
I believe as everyone has made their way away from the table and left Mulder by himself, that he's going to spend his time casually prestidigitating a terrible taste into everybody's food that passes by.
Oh.
Such a dick.
And anyone that looks like they're going off to have a good time, he's going to go in prestidigitation and make their sweat taste like, I don't know, rancid garbage.
Amazing. And
Because he's bored.
as you are sitting
Gotta mix
there,
it up.
as you are sitting there, the girl that was looking at Ryathandel walks over to your table, sits down next to you, looks at you, and says, "Hello, Professor Mulder."
Hello. Do I know you?
You don't know me, but we know you. Well, not just you. We kind of know all of you.
Sorry, there was an explosion here.
Yeah, we heard. It's okay.
Please continue.
We kind of know all of you, Professor Mulder.
And who is we?
Me and the people I work for.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts
Yes.
so that I can read her thoughts.
Is there any saving throw or something?
Let's see.
I think
Not
it's
for
only if you
surface thoughts.
push. It's only
Yeah.
if you push.
Yeah,
Okay. Surface thoughts.
it's a concentration,
Okay.
and I initially get surface thoughts, like what's on their mind right now, and then I can wiggle around in there, and they have to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Bye.
Don't say the name Ghost Bloods. Oh, no.
Sorry, everybody's leaving.
As you go through her surface thoughts, she's thinking about petting a cat as she's looking at you. No, not you, but a cat.
Disciplined and keeping her thoughts curtailed, I see.
Let me understand this, if I may.
Yes.
You know of all of us?
Yeah, you're getting kind of famous.
Famous?
Yeah, some might Some might define it as that. Some might define it in another way.
No. Don't backpedal, dear girl. I'm gonna pad over on top of the table and put a paw right on her hand and go, tell me more about how I'm famous.
Well, Professor Mulder, if you ask so nicely, then I'm going to tell you. The words on the street that you and the group around you kind of are looking into while kind of destroying certain someone's business, and me and the many eyes are very thankful for that.
Oh, you're one of those.
I don't know what you mean by one of those, but if it's a nice thing, I'm all for it.
Perhaps we could talk more on this.
Talking about... Well, now that you mention it, my employer wants to kind of talk to all of you. He might have an offer.
All things in good time, dear. All things in good time. For now, pet the kitty.
She pets you. She kind of like rests her head on one hand and pets you with the other.
Yes.
Oh, I feel so gross. It was so gross.
It sounds like hell.
I'm so glad cats can't make those noises.
Just a little lower. Just there.
Oh.
There it is. There it is. Yes, I do believe that I can help you with whatever it is that you were talking about.
Don't ask yourself how you could help us. Ask yourself how we can help you. And since we kind of know of your predicament, Professor Mulder, we might have a solution for you.
Fantastic. As it seems that the rest of my compatriots have decided to wander, perhaps this is the moment that I shall do the same. Would you care to take me to your employer?
There's this problem. He wants to see all of you.
Oh, but my dear. Would it not be wise? Would it not be wise to let the leader of this ragtag group do the talking for them?
She giggles and kind of waves her hand and says, well, we of course know you're a great leader of this fine group. But I kind of was sent here to get all of you, and since I know and everyone knows you are the greatest of them all, but still orders are orders and I have to follow them, Professor. I'm sorry, if it was up to me, I would take you there.
Believe me, my dear, when this is all over, I'm sure that you will take me everywhere I need to go.
Oh, Professor.
I didn't say stop petting me. I'm gonna telepathically reach out to Barrett because I can do that as long as he's within 100 feet of me.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, poor Barrett's about to get cock blocked.
Oh no, quite better than that. Barrett, what are you doing right now?
You hear him chug something, and then nothing, sir.
All right. Well, once you're done with the window candy, come back to the table.
Okay. It doesn't take long, and he comes over.
Do us a favor, boy. Go about and tell the others that we have a job.
Yes, sir. And he walks away. So, in the meantime, Rendar, Ryan, anything?
After I was talking to the guy, I was just gonna go back to the. I kind of looked around for Blue, didn't see them, and decided to go back to the table, I suppose.
You come back as
Mulder is laying on his back, getting his belly petted.
yes, and in the background, Barrett is just fetching Rythandel.
Barrett will learn so many things when he meets up with Blue.
Or Andres, is there anything you wanted to do before that?
I was curious as to exactly what I witnessed while I was following
While you were following who?
Blue.
Blue. You see him and the orc go upstairs, half orc, and
So that was about it.
that was about it. And
Okay.
as you turn around, you see in the other corner of this place a group of armed individuals that kind of notice you walking around. And 3 of the group just lock onto you and follow your every step.
You have lots of fans.
I'm going to wink at them.
They don't react in any way. They just kind of lean against the table and stare at you.
So they don't blush?
No. Well, guys, I need a minute. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
The game is on pause.
Thank you for joining us for this exciting installment of Clouds of Sharn. Tune in next Friday for the beginning of a new campaign.
Yeah, true.
Mike?
Yes. I believe the current name we're going on is Second Breakfast Club.
Hell yes. I'm so pleased.
Yes, a level 15 game in my own personal homebrewed world.
Where all of us are playing. So, plus Nairi. So.
Tune in next week if you want to see Mike torture people with such phrases as, well, you can certainly try. And have you ever seen a Tarrasque before?
That's what talent is.
And what?
Would your character know what dynamite smells like?
It's like,
Hell yeah, he would.
Yeah, not thinking Carrot would.
I guarantee that Curiosity has found dynamite before.
Okay.
It's not a well-known fact, but they look very faint dynamite.
Yes, good. Yes, good.
Oh. Hello.
That's canon now, right?
So, as you all get back to the tape, Okay. As you two get back to the table,
Hey!
Hey guys.
oh,
Hello!
oh, hello.
We were just talking about you.
We just took
Kind
a
of.
small break.
Yeah.
Oh. I hope only bad things.
You know,
Oh
like-
no! I finally found somebody to pet the kitty.
I don't know if I want to know what that means.
It's just as gross as you might think.
Great.
He's a cat, Nairi. She's fine.
And for some reason, Ryan won't stop yelling at everybody.
Yep. And Blue
So,
got
okay.
laid.
He has not
Nice.
spoken since yelling "okay" when turning around after.
Yeah. Nairi, we're still at the Dirty Pint. A young woman, a half-elf woman, approached Mulder. Her employer wants to see all of us about a job. Rendar spoke to Freddie, got some information about the factory, confirmed that a leak had been seen there. Blue hired a sex worker.
Oh, nice. Okay, wait. Last thing I remember was we were outside. The factory and
No, last thing was
staring
outside the pub. We got
outside
up to the pub. Yeah, the Dirty
Oh.
Pint.
Right. That's true.
That's where we've been. We've not left
Okay.
there yet.
I'll send you an
Has
invite on
anything
Zoom.
happened? Oh no, I'm not going on Zoom tonight.
Okay.
Sorry.
Aw.
No problem.
I still haven't been able to clean myself up from looking jet lagged, and I've been out all day.
How dare you?
Fair.
Oh.
But you're here.
Yeah.
Sure. And this is just half point. Like you guys have just taken a break.
Yeah. Tom had to go away.
I had to lose.
Forever.
Is this like? Is it still being streamed? Or
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We are live.
We
Yeah, we're
are
live.
live, yes.
This whole series of questions is being streamed live for everyone's amusement. By everyone, I obviously mean Kurt.
Hey,
Hi,
Kurt.
Kurt.
Hey,
Hey,
Kurt.
Kurt.
I don't think anyone's on the stream, but whatever.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to start
Did
today.
Kurt abandon us?
Yeah.
He might. It's a Friday. He might be needing to get home from work by now. I think they have
Okay.
early days on Fridays.
But yes.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Let's get back into it.
He's pretty dedicated to be watching at work, is all I can say.
Yeah, I didn't think that
Please.
UPS drivers were supposed to watch anything while they drove.
Right.
Oh.
Him
So,
being our fan base is all we need.
as you all, even Blue, get back to the table, the girl takes her hand away from Mulder's belly. She claps her hands and smiles brightly. Amazing. Everyone's here. Hello. It's nice to see you in
Who are you?
flesh.
Since Blue has been fucking for hours, that means Ryan is no longer screaming, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Why would you say that? He is literally going to press the digitate you again. Look at that face. Mike is literally that meme of the knife cat right now. Oh dear.
Well,
Yeah, sorry, who are you?
well, Blue, my name's Lily. It's really nice to meet you.
I don't recall telling you my name.
Lily.
No, I don't recall telling her my name.
No. Oh, never mind. I thought
I
you made it
may work for a crime syndicate that is kind of a fan of all of you.
Syndicate? They got a name?
Many eyes. Because we have many eyes.
Sure.
I know, very on brand.
Did you have
Appreciate
any
it.
eyes in that building we burned down?
Oh, yes, we had. Hello?
Yep.
Just,
Everyone here?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I thought we lost someone. Cool.
So,
All right.
We had couple.
What do you want?
Oh. We want to cooperate with you.
With what?
with what you've been doing already. It would just, you know.
What do you think we've been doing?
Burning down places, getting into places you're not supposed to be in, upsetting.
Mulder is going to casually roll over and go, "Don't forget the murder. There was plenty of murder."
Matilda just sinks into the table.
That, yes, and looking amazing while doing it.
Plenty of folks do arson and break into places. What makes us special?
You do that to a certain person we are not so big fans of.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
May I also insight check her?
Sure.
20 total.
20
total, Tom. Not a natural.
22 total.
She's
Not
being
a natural.
honest. She's being honest. So, shall we go meet my employer?
Well, I'm going.
Can I say sure and shake her hand and use my heart sight?
Haven't you used that already that day?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I don't. I've never used it in game.
Okay.
I used the whisper earlier in this day. The whisper blossom. Yeah, it just lets me know a creature's current emotional state.
Happy.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Yes, Nairi.
We're going on a short rest, right? Or have we?
We've taken a short rest.
You have already taken a short
so
rest.
You could have taken another short rest, basically, like in the time we've been at the bar.
Yeah.
Or this brothel / inn.
So you guys have taken a short rest here too?
Well, no, I'm just saying you could have. You've been here long enough.
It really depends on how you define short rest.
I haven't had a short rest. I've been busy.
Yeah, we've been pretty worn since the factory.
Well, because we took a short rest at the end after the big fight, and then we didn't do any combat in the last session after that short rest.
Yeah.
Which is where we were all like crawling around underground and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. I could use some more HP, so I'm gonna do my dice.
But do you have the dice for it? Because I think it resets on a long rest or something like that.
If you haven't used all of your hit die, then...
Yeah. But if you have...
Yeah.
I only have one hit die left today.
I have 4 left.
I've been burning through mine. Like, dang.
5.
I try and only use around half.
That's fair, but... I mean, I was, like, very dead earlier in this day. Like, we have had a really fucking long day, you guys. Like, we stayed over at Ryan's place last night, and literally we have been to the university, we have been to Alik's office, we have been to the factory that we helped burn down, and we are now at a pub. This has been a very long day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But you know, that's how it is when you hang out with friends.
Yeah, time just flies by.
Yeah, it's gotta be pretty late, right?
Yeah, it was dusk when we got here.
Yeah,
So it's now
it's
like-
like 11. 9. More 9, 10-ish.
And she wants to take us to meet her boss now. They must really want us.
Alright. Are we going? Like, I kind of look to Matilda and Blue and Mulder to see if what they're kind of thinking.
Oh, I'm absolutely going.
I'm as paranoid as I always am, but like, she's telling the truth. So, I give you sort of a little nod.
Okay.
Matilda's
Ryan
just-
is going to try and apologize for earlier. Is he going to scream?
No, no. Now he's going to echo.
Apologies. Jeez. For earlier.
It's okay.
I love this girl. I love her so much. I'm mad about it. How dare you introduce cute girl NPCs?
And what did you say your name was again, dear?
Lily.
Lily.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's only fair. It's only fair for you to know my name, since I know all of yours.
Yeah, how do you know that? You say you've been paying attention. How close attention have you been paying?
It's part of a job.
That is the vaguest non-answer.
Thank you.
I do have one question. We know of someone who was at the bar that was looking for blue at the time. Would that be your organization?
Nope. That was the Burning Cat, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Just making sure.
So, shall we?
I'm going to hop up on her shoulder and curl around her neck.
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
But of course.
Gross.
I'll take my coat back from Barrett.
He looks drunk.
I'll pat him on the. Barrett, you okay?
Yes.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I smack him on the face a couple of times. Not hard, just like. Then wait a second. Wait a second. Stay there. I quickly nip over to the bar. Have you got coffee?
It's going to take a bit to,
Water then.
Sure.
Have you got a pitcher or a jug?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll take the glass and the pitcher. I'll hand a glass to Barrett to drink and dump the jug of water over his head. And do it again. Smack him again a couple of times. Gotta go up.
Sure.
Wake up.
Yes. Coat.
Thank you.
No, if you... Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
You head out. You go...
Is he walking fine? Barrett?
Kind of. He's...
I'll move over and kind of give him the around the shoulder.
Okay. Much better.
We have a drunk baby. We have a drunk baby. Is basically what we have with us right now.
He turns to you, Rendar, and he looks you up and down and says, "You are big."
I just remind him there that this is why I recommended that we do not bring him.
I'll just kind of move the hand up from, still kind of over one shoulder, and just kind of move up and kind of grab him on the head a little bit and go, "Yeah, buddy." And kind of just give the hair a rub. Let's get you sitting down.
He snuggles up with his head against your hand, and you'll go.
He's been hanging out with a cat too much.
He's literally part cock. I mean, part cat.
You get out of the place, and it's hot down here. Regularly at night, it gets colder, but since it's so low, and the lava pools aren't so far away, and there's just so many people, it's hot, and like the air is heavy as you move through the lower wards. And she takes you into these side alleys, and you go you walk for a good hour before you get into one of the towers where people live. You get in there, you get into like the 6th floor, go through it, and she knocks on a door of this apartment. An older gnome lady opens up, gives her a nod. They walk in. You go through their apartment that looks very ordinary. Like you wouldn't think she would take you somewhere like this. And you get into a room, and there in front of you is a teleportation circle. You get in there. The lady does her incantation, and you teleport. And you show up in the middle of, looks like a pub again, and there's this stage in the middle of it, and there are lounges all around, and you see one circular door in on the other side of the pub, wooden. It looks very heavy, and there's a lot of people. There are waiters, there are people behind the bar, there are people eating food at the tables. There's a dancer on the stage, and it looks like a regular pub, but
except we had to use a teleportation circle to get here.
Yes. And
it's a speakeasy.
As you look around, there are these chains all around the place, like small chains, and at the end of it is something like an eye on it. And she takes you through. You get to the circular door, and she says, well, knock once. He's waiting you. I'll be waiting here after you're done. And yeah, enjoy. You knock once, and you hear this booming voice. Come on in.
Guess we go in.
Yeah.
You bet your bright blue ass we go in.
Ryathandel, as you look around, everyone is armed. Everyone.
Figures.
As in they have arms? Or...
That's so racist against Giganti and Sneeple.
They have weapons.
Sneeple are people too.
Sneeple are people too. They don't have arms.
You walk in, you shut the door behind you, and you are in this circular room. Beautiful. There are all kinds of cloth on the wall, on the ceiling, everywhere. On the floor there's this beautiful rug, and there is this from one middle of the wall to the next one. There's this giant couch, and in the middle of it, another circular, like a place full of cushions, and you see all kinds of humanoids around. Some of them have armor, and they have weapons and are standing guard. Then there are others that don't have much clothes and are kind of just sitting there and presenting themselves. And in the middle, on the circular cushion place, is this giant, meaty, round something with these tendrils coming out of it, and on the end of them are smaller eyes. And
holy shit!
In the middle of this creature is this giant cat-looking eye, and as you walk in, he smiles, and you can see all of the teeth, all of the pointed teeth. That one is one of the each tooth is as big as your arm, and all over this creature are are golden chains coming from one of the tendrils to the next.
Huntress is in heaven.
In his upper lip is this golden ring going up to one of the eyes, just hanging there, and it has these rings all over itself, and it's there. It's giant.
It's a blinged out beholder.
Yes.
Fuck
Is this Sanatar?
No.
Tom, I'm so angry. I know exactly who this is.
kind of upgraded that. Oh, welcome. I've been waiting for you. You've been quite busy for the last 2 days, haven't you? Aren't you tired? Enjoy yourself. Sit down. Enjoy the company of my concubines. Don't mind the guards. They're just for the show.
Would Matilda know what this is? I think she would, wouldn't she?
Yup. Well, make Arcana check.
I imagine I do not know what this is, frankly.
That's 14.
You're not sure. It's some kind of a monstrosity. I think it's monstrosity, right? Yeah.
Aberration, I
Yeah.
think.
It's an aberration.
You know that it's an aberration. You don't know what exactly it is. You know that it's dangerous.
Mulder got a 28.
It's a beholder. It's a fucking beholder, Mulder.
Of course it is.
Nothing made by the Dalkir is good. This is not...
Well, shit.
This worked out exactly how I wanted.
So you said there's a couch?
It's like
Yeah.
a sunken seating area, right?
In the middle, it's just for
Yeah.
him, but around
Right.
is like it's like one piece, one couch, one
Yeah.
giant couch, and you can
Yeah.
just sit kind of around the room.
I'll go sit on an arm of the couch and kind of keep my hammer out to lean on a little bit.
Okay.
Ryan just climbs over the back of the couch, just sits down in the middle, and casually asks, "Is Lily single?"
Sorry, what?
Is Lily single?
The the beholder looks at you. Probably.
He hasn't
I'll keep it in mind.
instructed her to be in a relationship with anyone.
Mulder's gonna mage hand it and float at about level with the beholder's eye.
Uh-huh.
I will go sit on the couch and perch on the back of it.
Okay. You're
Like so, feet on the cushions, butt on the back of it.
you are also special.
Like, Raphael is literally doing like that Jarl shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course it is. Whereas Blue is a
Not
useless.
having to-
Yeah, whereas
Get up.
Blue is a useless gay and can't sit properly.
Matilda,
Hmm?
Where
How are you
doing?
sitting?
Where
Where's
are
Rendar?
you sitting?
He's on the arm of the chair. It's big sofa. Sorry.
I go sit on, like, I sit beside him.
Oh yeah, I'll sit the other side of Matilda, like on the back.
Cool. Hello, Professor. It's so nice to see you. You look a bit more fluffy than you used to.
Well, times have changed, and we all grow as
they
people.
did. How are you
You seem-
doing these days?
Well, as you can see, I've amassed quite a few servants.
Oh, that's how you call them now. Interesting.
Well, it depends. Sometimes I call them different things. But the easiest way to describe them to people with your type of understanding is to call them servants.
Of course. Of course. I see that Lily did a great job bringing you in here. I've heard of your latest exploits. You've been doing a great job. I'm just... There's this one question. Why? Why?
I'm getting paid.
That's a good reason. But
Why
who pays
what?
you, sir?
I do.
Oh, you do.
We all did.
I didn't pay it.
I know
Of
you
course
work
you
for
didn't.
him,
It's complicated.
with him.
And what's in it for you?
For me?
Sir? No, he talks to Rendar.
Fair.
Just helping out family.
So chivalrous. Look, you've been already doing what you're doing. Wouldn't it be nicer to, I don't know, have some kind of a... be compensated for your troubles?
What's in it for you?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you?
That's kind
Yes.
of how contracts work, yeah.
Well, since we are sitting here as friends or potential partners, Mr. Alik is kind of a competitor of mine. He's been a bug problem. I've been here longer than him and he just comes in and does what he wants.
No respect, that one.
No. He's unpredictable. I hate that.
What? You don't want him killed?
I would love to have him killed. It's not as
Why
easy
not do
as
it
you
yourself?
think. Did I work so much so that I would kill him myself? No, that's why I have people for
And why haven't your people done it?
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've tried.
Obviously,
Imagine a beholder going, yeah.
Yep. Big mouth. Yep.
That mental image.
It's very good. It's very good.
obviously, he was looking for someone like us.
Someone capable.
Someone of talent that is also expendable.
You read my mind.
Oh, more often than you'd know.
Well,
That'll be a joke.
Mulder
Yeah.
and Blue, Ryathandel, Rendar, and Sweet Matilda. I have a task for you. There's a place that Mr. Alik gets all of his funds from, most of them. It would hurt him the most to be cut off from this place. You might have heard of it. It's called the Make-A-Wish Casino. There's this proud owner of that place. A second. Where the fuck is it? Walcott. He's a little roach that's going to do anything for money. But he's been working for the League for a long time, and his loyalties are troubling. I would ask of you to do anything you can to sever Alec's ties to this place. It doesn't concern me how you're gonna do it, just that you're gonna do it. It's going to help you, it's going to help me, it's going to help this city. What else would you ask for?
Since you know so much about us, do you know my going rates?
Your what?
Going rates.
Oh,
The rate
dear.
at which he goes.
I'd like to roll insight, by the way, on him to make sure there's no like hidden agenda behind it.
Sure. You can certainly try. Mm-hmm.
Tom, do I have enough money to buy a casino?
No. No, you do not.
Tom, that's a 20 total.
Well, you feel like he's being honest.
I
Still
do.
big, but okay.
Oh, that's a 21.
Thank you.
That is a lot better.
I'm not going to bother rolling an insight check because Mulder trusts him.
Why would you not trust a beholder? They're always friends.
Jesus.
The thing about dealing with people like this one is that while they'll definitely double cross you, that means you can always count on them.
Double cross.
And what if we're not interested?
In that case, it's been nice knowing you. Take it.
Should I read that as a threat?
Is it a threat, or is it just a, or is that effectively then you can fuck off and I don't care?
You don't know.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight again?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Sure.
can I roll in?
Sure.
Can I roll insight on that to see if it was a threat or?
Yeah.
28?
Nope.
Yeah, mine was bad.
None.
28 doesn't cut it?
Yeah, no.
28 doesn't cut it.
The beholder.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, I don't like Blue doesn't know what it is.
You don't. You're not sure what he means by that.
So,
It could be one or the other, but
you-
from what you've gathered and what he and Lily told you, he likes what you're doing already. So it wouldn't be beneficial for him to get rid of you.
yeah, you might as well just let us be a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just wants to. He wants to direct this particular fucking forest fire in a helpful direction.
So, is this a thing you would want done in your name? Like, clearly we're working for you. Would we want a leak to know that this was your doing?
No. Let him wander.
No, he's just gonna put the blame on us, and that's gonna make things worse.
Well, that's the thing. So if it's not on him, it's on us. Are we ready to go to war?
You're already in war.
I mean,
He knows.
That's a-
Alec knows someone burned down the palace. Everybody
doesn't-
knows.
I
If this person knows that it was us who did it, I'm sure Alec knows by now that it was us.
so what you're saying is we're already okay. Good to know.
When did I receive my last payment from the Make-A-Wish Casino?
Month ago.
Oh, they're late on their payment, so I might as well.
So,
But
So is this what we're doing
if
now? We're
you
going
were
around burning
if
places?
you were able to persuade Mr. Walcott to consider his loyalty to a certain one-eyed person, it wouldn't hurt.
So either we need to cut off the money or direct it your way.
A
Exactly.
lose-lose situation for our friend Alik.
Yeah.
and it's beneficial to us. Obviously, the information itself is if we're at war with them. You mentioned payment.
Yes.
Has this guy said his name yet?
I was actually waiting to ask.
I think if you said something.
Sorry?
I don't know if Mike just said something, but I didn't hear it if you did.
No
He
one
said he was
asked him
just
yet.
waiting to ask.
No, Mike said.
No, I had said that I was planning on asking. Everyone just had a bunch of questions, so I was letting everyone talk. The only question I had is what to call my new master.
I just am staring at the back of your head. I know you probably you won't see this, but I'm just like looking at you, just like the others can see this. The others can see the look I'm giving you.
Oh,
So-
your new master. You are a treat, Professor Mulder.
I am everything that I promise I am, and nothing more.
You can call me One Eye if you want to.
One eye.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we said that there's one eye too.
Yeah, he is. One eye. Piece of bastard.
But, considering your payment, Mulder, Professor Mulder, apologies.
Oh, it's hardly a trivial thing at this point.
I know of your predicament, and I know how to get rid of it. Unfortunately, your poking around made your current situation more prominent. And with certain means, with regular means, it's basically impossible to get rid of. But if you were to wish it gone, it would be entirely possible.
Well, that's fantastic. So, I suppose you're here to offer me a wish, then?
I offer you a chance to make a wish.
Just make a wish for that.
At the casino!
At the
At the
casino!
casino.
No. There is a certain genie down in the cogs.
Oh?
Yes. I know of his whereabouts. Approximate whereabouts. And if you were to help me, if you were to scratch my back, I wouldn't mind this information slipping out of my lips.
Well, there I can hold you up if you need help reaching his back.
No, I'm fine. I will, however, float closer to him.
You're basically like there now.
Right, I'm a cat that's the size of his eyeball. Of course
Yeah.
I'm like that. Wearing my fanciest of clothes.
Of course.
If you can arrange it, then you'll have my loyalties.
That's all I ask for.
You say that as though it's supposed to come easy.
Nothing comes easy.
Well, Blue.
Blue. Or
I heard. That's thinking face.
A thinking face.
But yes, a kinkin face.
And
That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't answer Mulder straight away. I just look pensive. You don't need my permission, Mulder.
Oh, I'm not looking for permission.
Then what are you looking for?
Well, I need to know if you're with me.
But in return for this, you're getting a chance at making a wish. What are the rest of us getting?
Oh, I can gift you so much once I'm returned to whole.
Oh,
yeah, but you're not the one hiring us.
Matilda, I don't think there's nothing for you here. I know.
What makes you think I'm interested?
I know of a place. Well, I know of a person that can get you to a place. A place someone you deeply care for was taken to.
The way you say that makes me wonder if he's still there.
You'd at least get a start. A lead. Something.
And what, you just want us to go convince this person?
Convince, kill, burn down the place. I don't care.
Tom, in terms of the stuff that I kept hearing before, has that died down and gone completely?
It's... You don't hear it right now, but it's quite loud around here. Like, the place is loud. People are talking, there's music. Like, it...
Do I still...
Do you still what?
Do I still have, like, an ominous feeling?
No, you... The ominous feeling that you had was about a pit. But that was about it. There wasn't, like, any other ominous feeling. You just heard voices.
Those voices, yeah.
And you're not hearing them now, but that doesn't mean they're gone.
Yikes. Okay. I look at Rendar.
What do you think?
I don't trust him. We already have a lead, and he's telling us to be his personal mercenaries for a chance at giving us something.
Well, if a leak has decided he's at war with us, it's good intelligence. I think whether or not we work for him, I would suggest cutting off his funding.
I just hope this doesn't send us down a rabbit hole of service.
I don't think that needs to come up. No contracts necessary, right? One Eye?
No contracts are necessary, no.
And what's to keep him from pulling his side of the deal.
Don't double cross mercenaries. It makes it a lot harder to hire them in the future.
My word. Isn't that enough?
Well, we just met you, so
So not really. No.
I just met
He's
you.
a man of business.
And I trust you doing this job.
He's a man of... You've researched us, it seems, done your homework. You know that if I agree to this, I'll do it wholeheartedly, but you know what happens to those that betray their contracts with me as well.
Oh, I know.
All right, then.
I just don't want there to be yet another place we have to burn down.
I don't think that there's anything we can do about that. We're square in it now. If we can cut off his funding, it might be the last place we have to burn down.
No, I know. I was talking about this place. In case
Oh.
our deal goes wrong.
Speaking of this place, it's pretty late. Is there anywhere we can stay here?
No.
I would rather not.
Yes. Someone might not like you very much in here.
Oh, I'm very likable.
yeah.
I believe so, Mr. Rythando.
So what have you got to offer me?
A closure.
I'm working to that on my own.
Revenge.
Working on that too.
Yeah, I was going to say, see previous answer.
A certain substance.
How about you give him his wings back?
You can't do that.
Oh. You're so precious. Little one.
Don't do that.
Also, sorry, Jade, was Blue they or he?
Blue is he.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm mixing up with your other characters.
That's all right. Also mine. You know, I like to play characters with pronouns different to myself just to make everyone's life more difficult. That's entirely my reasoning for doing it.
That's what I keep writing about in my blog.
I've read your blog. I'm well aware.
You have a blog?
I have 6 blogs, actually.
I'm surprised that I
So
don't
it's a
know
blockade.
those.
To get back to what we were
To
talking
game,
about.
yes.
Yeah. I'm not inclined to get myself out of servitude to one person just to get it under another.
Oh, you wouldn't be serving me. Take it as a cooperative effort.
Right.
You help me, help you. It's that simple.
Look. And I literally, like, I hop down so I can look at the 3 on the couch. Mulder's already doing his own fucking thing and is up getting cozy with an eyeball. That's his business. So, you know, like, look, you know why I hired you? And that's to Ryan. Just like, or we're working together on this. I mean, I got something I gotta do tomorrow that this is his means to an end. Like you said, Randar, like, We only benefit from this. And if one eye over there wants to give some of you something extra for it, then fine by me. There's no going back from what I'm doing anymore. So, stones rolling down the hill.
Have I heard of One Eye by reputation?
You have heard of the syndicate. One Eye's been kind of keeping to himself.
A low profile in that regard, yeah.
So, yeah. I'm inclined to accept any payment in addition. So cutting off funding. Like you said, we could burn the place down, we could rob it, do what we want. Spoils of the job are ours.
Yes.
I just don't see any downside.
I mean, the fire's already under our arses if Alec knows exactly that we're involved. So,
Can you get us personal details on who works there, this person you want persuaded or killed, Walcott, floor plans, things of that nature?
Everything will be provided to you.
I mean, we don't have to gather these things ourselves. At the very least, it makes our job easier.
Of course.
Fantastic.
I'll have it delivered to you.
Be sure you send Lily.
Of course.
And I know you're helping find one person we're looking for.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you've heard anything on my brother.
I have some information.
That will be my payment then.
Good. And Mr. Ryathandel. Dayhunt. Mr. Dayhunt. Apologies. Since one way of acquiring money is going to leave your pocket, don't worry. You'll be compensated.
Candy. Well, the contract they had with me is over anyway, so I just been welcoming their money.
So, do you all agree?
I'd say a bargain has been struck.
Yes.
Seems like.
One question.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Somewhere beautiful.
Somewhere indeed. I just want to know how far it is from here to my office.
One flick of a finger.
Convenient.
Gonna kind of reposition myself and try and sleight a hand. Get a little bit of fabric from the couch.
Sure. Roll for sleight of hand.
Okay.
do I?
22.
As you do so, the giant eye shifts and is on you now.
I'll just drop it.
Thank you.
I'm going to politely float back in front of the eye.
Okay.
We are still talking.
Yes.
I would like to have a word with you. In private, if I may.
Just between three eyes.
Oh, if you'd like, I can summon a few more.
Everyone, out. And he's first waiting for your group to leave.
Yeah, sure.
Ryan flips over the couch and there he's on up.
Okay, you leave.
Like
wait.
he sat down like over the couch and then he just goes like. Whoop.
Of course he does.
I'll wait till everyone else is out before I turn and leave.
Okay, everyone leaves but Mulder and the Beholder.
I'm going to see if I can find Lily.
Okay.
I want to be perfectly clear about exactly where we stand.
Of course.
Both of you are in the air.
I knew somebody was going to say it. You've promised me exactly what I've been after for quite some time now.
Yes.
You've essentially promised me the world. And you wouldn't be the first that's come to double-cross me. I can deal with that. I am absolutely fine with people taking advantage of me, doing as they wish, regardless of what the contract entails. It's something that I've grown quite accustomed to, actually.
Poor baby.
In this case, though, I would like to be perfectly candid with you. This whole situation, the task at hand, the war between various factions for control of the streets of Sharn, I could care less. Both sides weigh equally upon my conscience. Had a leak come to me first and offered me this, I would be against you just as easily.
Of course.
I want us to be perfectly candid with one another. But this also raises one other thing. If things were to go sideways and it didn't end up working out exactly as you had expected, who would you blame for that?
I don't see many ways it could go other than I expected. We've been following you for a while, and you are very good, not just you, your group, at destroying things. One way or another, that place is no longer going to belong to a leak.
And that's perfectly fine by me. What I want to be more direct about, though, is if things were to go in a leak's favor, and perhaps if he was to offer a better deal just for us to upset your situation.
Let me stop you there, Professor. Alik is... he's a beast. And he usually loses his temper. I don't see a way he would try to work against me, since I'm such a small fly in his bigger plan, or his ego doesn't consider me a threat. And that's why I'm the biggest threat to him.
I suppose that makes
But
sense.
if you were gonna go with his plan with him, you would have angered me. You do not want that.
Well, I wouldn't know. But what I can say is that I am not one to be threatened easily.
Well, since you lived so long, makes sense.
Not much longer now. If this doesn't work out, it might be my last shot. You
Better
wouldn't
make
kill
it
an old
work.
cat, would you?
We shall see.
Yes, we shall. Goodbye,
Goodbye.
One Eye.
Goodbye, Professor. Hope we see each other again.
Indeed. Gonna walk back out to the rest of the group.
Ryathandel, you see Lily sitting at one of the tables playing cards with somebody. A cloaked figure.
She looks busy right now, so I won't.
As she notices all of you being out, she stands up and starts walking towards you. Towards the group. So, you're done. I see it went well.
As well as can be expected.
Of course. Where do you want to be dropped off?
My office, please.
Your office. We can get you close. To the teleportation circle again, please.
Right.
You walk over there, and you see this dwarf just sitting at a table next to the teleportation circle, drinking some kind of alcohol. And as you get there, he and Lily kind of motions to him. He gets up, like, very lazily gets over to you, starts casting the incantation, and bams just you, not Lily, your group over somewhere, and you are teleported to another apartment. You're basically in
Like in somebody's apartment?
Yeah, in somebody's apartment. And right
But I'm
under,
guessing this is an established place
Yeah.
that they sent.
and under you is like a teleportation circle.
We don't just drop in the middle of somebody's dinner table while they're in the middle
No,
of eating.
no. As you do that, you make noise, and the door to the bedroom opens up, and there's this very old lady. What are you doing here? You want
Just
to
going home, man.
Get out!
All right. No argument.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on the old woman
Mhm.
and make her reek of farts.
She already does.
No difference then, yeah.
You just make it more potent.
Yes, but now it makes her nauseous.
Oh. She's suddenly like, fuck is that? Fuck off already!
Time to change the cat box.
Oh dear.
So you get out of there, you're on the street at the same level as the office. You're pretty close, like 20 minutes away from there on foot.
It's gotta be like
Oh.
midnight by now, right?
Yeah, I'll lead people through shortcuts because I'm ready to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just reach the office now?
Okay, you reach the office.
Excellent.
You reach
Who's
the
on guard?
office, and who's guarding? I need to get back to your. Where the fuck did I put it though?
Wilco Wagons.
Wilco Wagons, exactly. No, I had it somewhere over here.
It's interesting that neither of us had the decency to pin it in our Discord chat.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of fucked up. Where the fuck is it?
I'm scrolling up.
Just use Control Find. Make life easier for
I
yourself.
remember one name.
Do you?
Yep.
Then it's,
Okay,
then it's,
here we go.
then it's definitely
Jump.
that guy.
Pin message.
Can you put... Thank you. Oh.
You're professional.
Okay, you see a hobgoblin, a male hobgoblin standing there, are armed quite heavily, and right next to him, on the other side of the door, stands a tiefling. They are clothed in quite nice armor, and you can see that they take care of themselves quite well, and way better than the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin is kind of a doesn't smell.
He's
really
more
nice.
hob than goblin.
Yeah, kind of.
Really more goblin than knob.
Yeah. And they stand there, nod towards you.
Don't be a snog goblin.
Oh my god. Dagger and a Queller. Anything unusual today?
Everything fine.
Excellent. You should be heading in and getting some rest.
Thank you.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. You open the door to your office. You step inside, and it's really dark in here. And as you look around, there's something different. The feel of the room is it doesn't feel right. And as you look around and see through the windows, as the moonlight shines on the room, there's someone sitting behind your desk.
Excuse me, this would count as unusual. And who are you?
Oh, hello there. Ah, it's so nice to see you. He stands up and suddenly you see this like 7-8 foot tall person, burly, muscular build, with really fine clothes on, and he takes a step towards you. Haven't you been naughty? You really did quite work at my place before. Burning down the palace, seriously? Is that what you do now? Fucking going through my office. And then taking care of my factory.
Oh, we didn't take care of that at all. In
No.
fact, we burned it to the ground.
Well,
Excuse
burned
me, you
down.
are in my office.
I'm
Either
like
sit the
pushing.
fuck down, or
I'm
you
pushing
get
Matilda
out.
back behind me, like.
Tilda's currently trying to prepare a spell in her hand.
That's cool. I'm just putting myself in front of you. And like you are close enough to feel me shaking.
In your office.
I kind of shoulder forward into the start going around to the left of it.
It's
bring them
not
all out
really
in
your
the-
office since I paid for it.
I'm going to use prestidigitation.
No.
And I'm going to make a mocking voice say everything he says right after it.
Oh my god.
Now, it was
Hey,
always difficult to take this
Peter.
process seriously, and never doing that.
Ugh.
Our contract ended like a year ago. Fuck you.
What?
So contract ends, and you just
The fact that
started
you've been
going
paying
through
me-
my shit.
And a contract ends and you start going through my shit.
You're such a
Hey.
dick, Mike. You're such a dick.
You snobby piece of shit. If you pay me for something, I do not investigate you until the date of the contract. So as soon as it's over, yeah, I can fuck your shit up. Like, that's what contracts are for.
Well, since we are burning bridges, and in this case, places, it's only nice for me to repay you your grand offer. And he snaps his fingers, and you see from around, from the shadows, figures emerge. So, shall we?
3 daggers from a
I want to
coat.
look of. I want to look of
And
the spell that I'm
that's
holding.
where we are gonna end today's session.
So mad. I am so mad.
It's perfect though. It's the perfect place to end it. So
I know. And I'm mad
Mhm.
about it. I'm
Yeah.
mad about it. I do not want to fucking wait 2 weeks for this. Ah, Jesus.
Yep, just raging and going into the air.
I'm putting this out there. I had been holding magic missile. So next time when we come back, could I possibly let that go?
Sure.
Okay, just putting it out there.
Guys.
We
So,
did need
yeah.
to get some sleep.
Guys.
we need to write down like what the certain activities are that we are not going to change because they are part of what our characters are. So that's Matilda's magic missile. Rafindel's 3 daggers.
I'll make a
Immediate
note of
3
it.
daggers.
Yeah.
So Rendar is raging.
Random is rage.
Raging, activating flying boots.
Okay, before we go through that, thank
Yeah,
you for
sorry.
watching, and we're going to end this stream here. You can see
Wait.
us in 2 weeks or on.
You can see us in 1 week.
1 week with a different
Oh,
game.
true. We are
We
playing.
talked about it in the break when you
Yeah.
were gone.
Okay.
Also, Tom, this is you.
Yeah, this is.
And audience, don't forget.
You're in our hearts.
You're in our house.
Yeah, right.
And there's quickly eyeballs.
So, thank you for watching.
So thank you for watching.
Oh, no.
Mike, that's. No. That voice sounds like Cartman.
I know.
It's supposed to.
So, thank
Oh
you
my
guys.
god.
Just start.
Oh my god, guys. Thanks for coming and
start-
watching the show. Oh my god.
Just start doing this and like draw something on your hand.
Start doing like this.
Yeah. So, see you in a week. Bye.
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 Mm.